All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. Couple of days off, and I have to say I have missed you guys. It's become a ritual. On every single day, on a given day, we're here doing lives in the morning UK time, and we are connecting, we are interacting with each other, we are discussing, we are kept well informed together. And the past couple of days, look, I was a bit tired as well, so I had to rest up. Obviously, health is number one, ladies and gentlemen. You should always look after your health. Without health, there is nothing. There is absolutely nothing. And then, of course, yesterday, we had the all-you-can-eat Chelsea. If you've missed out on that particular episode, go on to Matisse's channel and check out the latest all-you-can-eat Chelsea episode. But yeah, we're back. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Good to see each and every one of you guys. Already quite a lot have tuned in. Smash the like button as soon as you come through. Please smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe. We are so close to 21,000 subscribers, so let's get there very quickly. Someone's already saying to me, Miz, check out PYS. PYS, what madness is he doing? What madness is PYS doing? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. People are quick today. People are quick in the live chat. Let's have a look-see. 12 minutes ago. Wow. 20 minutes ago. What's going on? What's going on? 35 minutes ago. My God. PYS is on fire. PYS is on fire. Okay, let's start. Let's start from here. 35 minutes ago. Let's see what he's saying. The loss of Antonio Rudiger's strong personality has been felt in some quarters, and it is thought he would not let standards deteriorate as badly as they have. Not everyone in Chelsea's squad are convinced the new signings are all up to Chelsea standard. Whoa. Hold your horses. Who's thinking this? Who is thinking this? You missed the first tweet. Did I miss the first tweet? What first tweet? This was the latest tweet, brother. The last one was 10 hours ago. Himanshu, let me know. I think this is the first. Oh, okay. Well, it starts from here. All right. Carl McCauley's data analysis concluded David Fafana is superior to Aubameyang in the most important metrics. Wow. Carl McCauley's data analysis. How do I feel about this? Look, data is good. I'm not denying that data is not good. Data is good, but it's got to be interpreted in the right way. It's got to be interpreted in the right manner. I mean, to say David Fafana, and this is no disrespect to Fafana, David Datra Fafana has a big future. And so far, he has impressed me. He really has. But to go out there and say he's superior in most important metrics, man, we are disrespecting Aubameyang a lot, man. We are saying Oba is not even a player anymore. Do you know what I mean? He's not a footballer anymore. Like, for God's sakes, give him an opportunity. Look, for me, it's somewhat of a symbolism. I think personally, for me, it is somewhat of a symbolism. Thomas Tuchel wanted Aubameyang. Oba is intertwined with Tuchel. So the fact that Tuchel is sacked, they just can't see Oba anymore. They can't. I can't find any other reason. This guy was banging in goals in Barcelona. Let's not fool about ourselves. Like, seriously, let's not fool around about this. Oba was banging goals in Barcelona, man. This guy's not some sort of a foolish footballer. There's a lot of good still in Aubameyang. Look, you don't want to use Oba, okay, no problems. But let's not sit here and say that stats show that David Datra Fofana is a superior player. Like, I don't know, man. Look, I'm all up for David Datra Fofana, but and then why isn't Fofana being used in that case? Don't tell me Kai Havertz then has even more superior stats than Fafana. So is Kai greater than Fafana, greater than Aubameyang? So are we saying Kai Havertz is like the gold standard? Why aren't we using David Datra Fafana then? If we really think he's that good, why aren't we using him? I'm all up for using David Datra Fafana, but I keep seeing Graham Potter using Havertz. So I don't know what's going on there. The loss of Antonio Rudiger's personality has been felt in some quarters, and it is thought he would not let standards deteriorate as badly as they have. Not everyone in the Chelsea squad are convinced the new signings are all up to Chelsea standard. That's mad. That's mad. Who is thinking? Who in the current squad is thinking that the new players are not up for it? Who? João Felix. Is he not up for it? Enzo Fernandez. Is he not up for it? Buddy Shield has already fit in like a glove. Who else? Mudryk. Early days for people to think Mudryk's not up for it. If anything, this guy is determined, putting in the shift before and after, working hard. Cucurella, can he be deemed as a new recruit? He was there from last summer. This is mad. I wonder which player is saying all this. I wonder which players are saying these within the squad, that the new Chelsea players are not up to the Chelsea standard. That's mad. If anything, some of the existing players are not up to the standard. If anything, the new players that have come through, they look like they fit in easy. It's some of the existing ones that seems to have no clue. And this is coming from the Athletic as well. This is no joke. This is no joke, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what else PYS is saying. Let's see what else is going on. 22 minutes ago, Georginio's deadline departure caused some dressing room consternation, a feeling of strong annoyance and anger, usually because of something bad that you cannot change or that is completely unexpected. Well, what is it? Do the fans want Georginio out? Or do the fans want Georginio in? Looks like the players are upset that he's gone. I thought the fans said that Georginio was a problem. What is it? Is Georginio a problem or is Georginio not a problem? Seems like the players are angry. I always knew Georginio had value in the team. I always knew. Always knew. Did he have flaws? Of course he did. Of course he did. It would have been nice to see Georginio with Enzo Fernandez, to see exactly what could have happened, that combination. And now Georginio, a couple of matches he's played for Arsenal, he's done really well. But I always knew he had that in him. But look, I was always open for Georginio to leave in the summer, though, on a free. I just didn't expect it to happen in January. But look, it is what it is. But who are all these players that are feeling annoyed, anger because Georginio left? I need to know. Simon Johnson, Liam Toomey, tell us, please. Tim B, thanks so much for the super chat. It's existing players complaining, I reckon. Of course, 100% it's the existing players, because obviously the new players won't be complaining. It's the existing one that's making these ruckus. Graham Potter is not personally disliked by any of his players. There are, however, some doubts over whether long-term he is capable of tactically competing with Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp as Tuchel did. Simon Johnson and Liam Toomey as saying this. Look, I think that's been the worry for many in the fan base for a while. No disrespect to Graham Potter, and Graham Potter's done a great job at Brighton, but I feel like I personally think he's not capable of competing against the big dogs, Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp. I really don't think he's up for that. And if we already think that, then what's the point? What's the point? Because Pep and Klopp, you best believe they're not leaving anytime soon. They are really not leaving anytime soon. T1, thank you so much for the super chat. Miz, given where we live and the times we get up to watch CFC, what loss has ever pissed you off so much? I remember waking up at 3:30 to watch Spurs put 5 past us. Son and Delhi going nuts. Potter for now, by the way. Look, there's so many. There's so many. In recent times, there's been so many. It's too hard to pick out one. Like, literally, you can take this season as been too many. In recent times, I can think about Newcastle. I remember waking up in crazy times to watch that Newcastle game just before the World Cup. And that lineup. And we lost 1-0. And there's been plenty. I remember Frank Lampard era, Arsenal beat us when Arsenal were going through like 2 months of not winning, and then they put up their seaside and they beat us sometime in December. There's many, man. There's been plenty. All right, let's see what else PYS is saying. PY has been doing a madness. There's a genuine concern amongst some that many of the English contingent will be sold in the summer to balance the books. This has been floating around a lot, and I think this is going to happen. And when I hear this, I feel like ITES DM, please read normal chat too. Of course, I will. I'm just going through the news, and then I'll definitely read out the normal chat for sure. I will. Let me just go through the news, and then we'll read out the normal chat as well. Getting rid of some of these English players. It's a direct profit, so you know that's going to happen. Players like Conor Gallagher, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, these guys, for sure they have to leave, and they will contribute to the profit directly. And Mount will be the biggest prize. He should yield a lot of money. One source close to the senior player: from what I hear or gather, I don't get the impression Potter is saying that much to the players. He doesn't strike me as a personable character. That says a lot. Wow. One source close to the senior player. From what I hear or gather, I don't get the impression Potter is saying that much to the players. He doesn't. Hey, where are the people? Where are all the people that were telling me that there's nothing wrong? Where are all the people? Where are all the people that were telling me there's nothing wrong? There's definitely something wrong. This is why I said people claim, "Oh, Miz, you're negative sometimes." I'm not being negative. 2 out of 15. 2 out of 15. You think it's all rosy. You really think it's all rosy when it's 2 out of 15. Come on. There's no full team training session today either. Whoa. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? What is going on at Chelsea Football Club? No training Sunday, no training Monday. Supposedly 2 days given off. There's no full team training session today either. What are we today? Thursday? The game's on Sunday. What's going on? That's strange, because we heard PR last week that everybody is happy in training and love them. Yeah. Guys, what's going on? Why isn't there any training on a Thursday? Like, we're literally a few days away from the game now. Big up, Miz. Hope you're doing well. My man, I'm doing fine. Hope you're doing fine. 2 wins out of 15 games. If we lose to Spurs and Leeds, he needs to be binned. I think if we lose to Spurs, I think Vivells, and this is what I was saying, I think Vivells, Christopher Vivell will be recommending a sack. I think he's running, I don't know. I don't think he's running the show. I think Vivells is in charge. People report to him, and then he will recommend to the owners. I have no doubt, lose to Spurs, I think Christopher Vivell is going to recommend a sacking to the owners in regards to Graham Potter. How is there not a training session happening today, ladies and gentlemen? What's going on? The results speak volumes about Potter's management and coaching. The board is weighing up a sack letter for Potter. Potter's going to Hogwarts to find a winning portion. Unlike Conte and Tuchel, I don't think Potter can pull out a result out of the hat like they could. Basically, I don't think he's the ability to overachieve like them. Do you really think Vivel has been given the power? I don't know if he's given the power to just go and sack. I don't think that's the case. But I think he's given the power to take charge, be the guy who everyone reports to, and then he makes a recommendation, which I think the owners will follow. I think the owners will follow. I don't think he has a right to just go, do you know what, you're sacked. See you later. I don't think he has the power to do that. But I think he has a big recommendation power. That's for sure. And I think lose to Spurs is game over. He should be sacked if either loss or draw against Spurs. Yeah, I even think so. A draw would not be good enough either. But I think a lot of people will accept the draw. Potter drunk 10 years old expired wine with milk, so he's behaving like this day off. I don't get this day off, guys. Potter is mindful of the injury crisis and overloading players. Injury crisis and overloading players. Injury crisis and overloading players. If anything, the players are coming back and we have a huge squad. What are you doing? Just giving days off. I want Poch, even though he don't want us, bring back TT then. I don't think any of those. Look, I'm not sure Poch is the right guy, if I'm being absolutely honest. And TT, man, I would love to have him back. I don't think he's coming back. And I don't think the owners want him back. The owners really effed up the whole situation at the moment. It's looking mad, man. Who do you think he would get an interim until end of the season, or Oliver Glasner? No, I wouldn't think about interim. I say just go out there and get someone legit. Get Hansi Flick, get Luis Enrique, get Zidane. Just get someone proper who can handle this project. This is a huge project, huge. And it needs someone with authority to control. Reading all this stuff in regards to Graham Potter that he doesn't talk to the players, enough. It's mad. He's giving days off. Like, what's going on with all these days off? What is going on? What is going on? That's the latest, isn't it? That's the latest. Wow. Look at this. One source close to the senior players. From what I hear or gather, I don't get the impression Potter is saying that much to the players. He doesn't strike me as a personable character. That says a lot. That's mad, That in itself is deafening. Okay. Let's see what you guys are saying now. And this is off the back of, ladies and gentlemen, yesterday, Technical Director Christopher Vivell led a meeting of senior club staff, including Graham Potter and his coaches, about the recent awful run of form, their support for Potter internally. Well, I don't know, man. I don't think... I feel like the players don't believe in this guy anymore. I really don't think the players believe in this guy anymore. If we are going to sack him, it has to be today. Otherwise, we're just wasting time. We're not training. It's inevitable that we will lose. Personally, I want Zidane. We need a coach with authority. Yeah, I said this, man. For me, to be honest, from the beginning, I did not see the idea of hiring Potter as materialistic. Either he win on Sunday or against Dortmund. Please, let's not be blinded by those two wins. We need better. Now, of course, look, the benchmark has been made that he needs to win the next three matches. He has to improve. He's got to improve the relationship with the Chelsea fan base, and he's got to improve the results. I don't think just because... Look, first of all, I highly doubt we're going to win all three. But let's say for argument's sake he does. I don't think that's it. I need to see how he performs till the end of the season. But if he loses on Sunday against Spurs, pack your bags. Pack your bags. I mean, it should have been packed your bags already. Balak CFC, good to see you, my man. An abject performance and loss versus Spurs, he'll be sacked. A draw will save him, in my opinion. Do you reckon a draw is good enough? Hibsy in the house, my brother. Look, do you know what? I don't know if a draw is good enough, man. I really don't. It may just give him another match against Leeds, but what's a draw going to do, man? What's a draw? Like, that's not going to cut it with all the matches that we've dropped points in and lost. A draw is not really going to cut it. Because the owners really messed up this whole situation at the moment. What is happening? We need answers from the owners. Look, as I said, they're in a pickle. They're in a pickle, the owners. The owners, I wish, see, this is the thing. When they first came in, I wish they just saw. I wish they just observed for 6 months. They came in and they just got rid of everyone. Got rid of Marina. Got rid of Peter Cech. Quite quickly got rid of Thomas Tuchel. I wish they just relax. Watch for 6 months. I mean, the way things were running obviously wasn't the greatest, but at least we were third last season in a tumultuous season. Sanctions, ownership, players like being sick through COVID, Lukaku situation, many things, and Thomas Tuchel going through personal stuff as well. I wish the new owners just came in and just relaxed for 6 months. Get people in, just get Marina and Peter Cech to just see it through. Because I feel like Peter Cech and Marina, they wouldn't have done all this mad stuff. They wouldn't have got rid of Tuchel. They would have maybe found a solution with Thomas Tuchel and the new owners. I think Marina and Peter Cech would have been the bridge between the two parties. And then eventually when all these people would have come in, you know, your Christopher Vivell, your Paul Winstanley and all these other people, then we could have got rid of whoever we wanted to get rid. It's just a bit too mad. And during that madness, you know, we got rid of Thomas Tuchel and then we gave Graham Potter this gargantuan contract. I don't think anyone would have recommended that. I don't think Marina, I don't think Peter Cech, I don't think they would have recommended. I don't even think Christopher Vivell, who's the technical director now, would have recommended that. So the owners find themselves in a bit of a pickle. They've given Graham Potter a 5-year contract, 12 million a year, and they broke his contract from Brighton for 20 or 22 million. It's a madness. It's an absolute madness. So this is why they've not really been, you know, trigger friendly. They've just held on, and they're just praying. Right now, it's all about hoping. Ya Allah, please look after brother Potter. Look after brother Potter. It's not even logic anymore. It's just literally just hoping for it. Ibsy, thank you so much for the super chat, my man. I really appreciate that. We can't go winless for God knows how long and be happy with the draw. Actually, a loss would feel so great. Do you know what? There's quite a lot of people that are wanting a loss, which is quite mad. But look, I never ever wish a loss for Chelsea. But these guys are so fed up with Potter. Like, you got to try and understand why they're feeling like that. Me personally, I could never. I want Chelsea. Do you know what? You know what the mad part is? I still want Graham Potter to work out. I want him to turn things around. I really do. Pick the right players, make the right decisions in the game. And believe me, if you have a plan, more times than none, you're going to win matches. It's up to Graham Potter as well. It's up to Graham Potter. I really wanted Marina to stay to negotiate deals. Let's not forget how good she was at lowering the prices of players. Yeah. Look, she's done some mad stuff as well. I'm not going to lie, but at least she could have seen us through. Do you know what I mean? For in the interim. T1, thank you so much again for the super chat, my man. Really appreciate it. If Potter and the team get through this rough patch, this is how chemistry and togetherness is formed. Now, that's true, but this rough patch has been going on for a long time. And if it continues, I don't know whether the chemistry or the togetherness will be formed. I think from there, you will have to separate one from the other. If we drop points against Spurs, then what's the point? What's the point anymore? Do you know what I mean? The owners are American. They know money, not football. Let's not beat around the bush. Advaid, good to see you. Congrats on Real Madrid, Advaid. Good job on that. Jan and Nini were literally calling Porter a Jedi and putting down fans for their lack of understanding of his genius. These boys are Muppets. I don't want to talk about that, man, honestly. I don't think too much about those couple of lads. Our game is on Sunday. My personal opinion is like the players don't believe in Potter. I honestly think the players don't believe in him. Honestly. There must be quite a few. There must be quite a few that don't believe in him. There has to be. There has to be. Now, all of this stuff coming from the Athletic as well kind of backs the point. Kind of backs the point that they don't believe in him. Even if it's a handful that don't believe in you, is difficult. It makes your job very difficult. And Potter is trying to be friendly with everyone. He probably needs to bin a few players, like the way he did with Oba. He probably needs to do with a few more. Yeah. And now there's all sorts of talks coming out about letting Georginio go. A few players are unhappy with that. Yeah. Potter's in a very, very muddy situation. Just need to sack now before things get worse. Potter is not the coach, can take Chelsea the level Chelsea are supposed to be. He just came to Chelsea to make money. Sack him today. Don't wait for Spurs. Look, he's going to make the money anyway. He's going to make the money. Even if he gets sacked now, he's going to get a mad payday. So that's why he's relaxed, isn't he? That's why he's relaxed. If he had a shorter contract, if he had like a 18-month contract, you would see Potter, the palpitation, heart palpitation would be, would be off the charts. You saw Thomas Tuchel. Every day he was fighting. Every day he was fighting for his life because he knew, long-term at Chelsea is not a given. Is not a given. Ibsy, low-key, Potter might be a blessing. The players are one out are already entertaining the idea of leaving. Short-term pain for long-term. You're a nasty man, bro. You are one crazy brother, Ibsy. I have to say, at a certain degree, you're probably right. Potter coming in, it's just exposed some of these players. Obviously, Kai Havertz, he needs to go. Mason Mount has been poor. I don't think Mason Mount needed to be exposed by Potter. I think he was poor under Thomas Tuchel as well. Besides that one, that season where we won the Champions League. But of course, under Graham Potter, Mason Mount's game has dipped, nosedive. And it seems like it's at a point of no return. It's at a point of no return. Conor Gallagher, obviously another one. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. Even Thomas Tuchel had heart palpitation. Absolutely. He's not getting that big of a payday. Don't get it twisted. I'm not a massive fan of the owners, but they are not that stupid. I think like what other people have said, if you have players that have been coached by Tuchel or Pep, among others, and then you are coached by Potter, you can see a stark contrast and lose respect. This is what a lot of people trying to dismiss Kieran Dyer's interview with True Geordie a couple of months ago. I'm telling you, a particular player has given him those information. There has to be some players that don't respect. Of course there has to be. They don't respect Graham Potter. I think similarly, Graham Potter probably doesn't respect some of these players as well. Graham Potter, you know what I'm learning about Graham Potter? I think there's a little bit of arrogance in Graham Potter. Honestly, at first when I would listen to some of these press conferences, I don't really pay too much attention. I don't watch press conference anymore. But I get the feeling there's some level of arrogancy in Graham Potter. The way he talks, it's a little bit of, he thinks you're stupid. He thinks you're dumb. That's the way he talks at times. It's like, what do I need to tell you? Who are you? What do I need to tell you or explain anything to you? You won't even understand. So maybe Graham Potter doesn't respect some of these players. This fan base is immature. Just because the owners have thrown money around, we get gassed. I'm sorry. They have been chaotic and made decisions which make zero sense. Right now, I'm sorry. I have no faith in the owners. Look, if we lose against Spurs, these owners, they better wake up. Because to a certain degree, what Balak CFC is saying is not wrong. Yeah, the owners did a mad job in January. No doubt we got some ballers. But 2 out of 15, you can't let this continue. You cannot let this continue. And look, they've made a lot of crazy decisions. They did. They really have. Ladies and gentlemen, smash the like button. We've got over 460 people, only 67 likes. Easy, we get 200. Minimum 200 likes, easy. Let's bump those likes up. We're going to move on to the next topic, which is Romelu Lukaku. Let's bump those likes up to 200. Very easy. If you're enjoying this conversation, enjoying this interaction, take the moment and bump up those likes to 200. We've got well over 460 people watching. And we're going to move into the next topic very soon, which is about Romelu Lukaku. And yeah, if you're here for the first time, subscribe. If you're here for the first time, subscribe. I've got the prayers sounding. So we will wrap up soon because I want to take my prayers. But before we do that, I wanted to showcase this particular topic, next one, which is in regards to Romelu Lukaku, ladies and gentlemen. Romelu Lukaku apparently doesn't want to come back to Chelsea Football Club. And thank God. Thank God. I don't want him to come back. I don't want him to come back. This is what Thierry Henry had to say. Thierry Henry on whether Romelu Lukaku would consider going back to Chelsea. We had a discussion when he went to Chelsea. I told him he's going to find it difficult to play there because of the way Thomas Tuchel liked to play. Rom likes to stay where he is, feed him, play him in early, and he'll try to bully you. He was a different type of man to what Tuchel wanted. Is he going to fit what Potter's trying to do? And what does he want to do? I don't think he wants to go back. He wants to stay at Inter. Look, to be honest, I also don't think Potter wants that type of a striker. Look at who Potter's using. He's using Havertz, who moves around. He likes a player with a lot of movement who can come into midfield. I don't think Potter's going to like someone like Lukaku, to be honest. Lukaku doesn't want to drop too deep in midfield. Yes, Lukaku does like to run behind the defense and he likes the ball early. But Chelsea Football Club come across teams, generally, they will like to have a compact defense and sit back. I know in recent times, players have been coming at, teams have been coming at us, but predominantly you're going to get a tight defense and you're not going to get that opportunity. So we need a different type of striker. We probably need someone who can be very, very fluid up front, someone who's got the capacity to come into midfield at times, can play anywhere up front. We need that level of a striker, sort of like Aguero type of a striker, Luis Suarez type of a striker. Do you know what I mean? Even Danny Welbeck in Brighton, he moved around a lot, man. He worked really hard for Graham Potter. Sometimes he'll drop in at times in midfield. So, I don't know. Look, I'm glad. You know what? Romelu Lukaku, stay at Inter Milan. Inter CEO Marotta, why Lukaku on the bench? Romelu has 103 kilograms to carry on his shoulder. He must be physically fit. It's not yet 100% fit. He's getting back to his best form. We expect Romelu to do great things in the second part of the season. He scored the goal, obviously, yesterday for Inter Milan's winner against Porto. You know what the crazy part is, ladies and gentlemen? The crazy part is Romelu Lukaku has scored more goals than Chelsea in 2023. He's got 2 goals. Chelsea's got 1, apparently. Month of Feb, sorry. Chelsea's got 1 and Romelu Lukaku's got 2. Which is quite mad. But you know what? Lukaku, you can stay at Inter. Hope you do well there and hope we can get some money out of it. I don't know how much we're going to get out of him. It's possibly going to be another loan, but that's another financial muck-up, absolute financial muck-up. But this one's not on top bowly. If anything, the new owners were trying their level best to do something with Inter Milan and make, I suppose, get the right result for Romelu Lukaku and also financially the right result for us. This one, the whole Lukaku situation is on the previous owners. But then again, I wouldn't even say if we made a huge mistake. Like, we were going for Haaland. It was looking like it was going to be a mammoth amount of money that was going to cost. We went for Romelu Lukaku. Romelu Lukaku wanted to come back to Chelsea as well. Well, to be honest, I don't even know whether he wanted to come back anymore. All of that seems like mad PR. All of that seems like was for the magazines and the TV, the journalists. Did he actually ever wanted to come back to Chelsea? I don't think so. Because a few months later, when he joined Chelsea, he does this infamous interview stating how much he missed, Inter Milan, and he wants to go back. Yeah. Snake characteristic. I don't like to use the word snake on any players, but Romelu Lukaku definitely gives me snake characteristic, man. So, look, hopefully we can get rid of Romelu Lukaku permanently in summer. I think it might have to be another loan. Inter's broke. I don't know how we're going to do this. I really don't know how we're going to do this. And he's got to prove himself as well. It's not like he's done really well this season. This season, he's been a bit of a hit and miss. A lot of the time, he's been injured. So, look, he doesn't want to come back. I don't want him back. And I think that's how I'm gonna keep that one. Even Haaland would have struggled in Chelsea. Haaland isn't technically good. We would have made him flop. You know what? You've probably got a good point. Man said, I'm back and I'm better. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm hearing Mount Kai will defo stay. The club very weary of letting these players go. Nah, I don't know what good these guys do for us, to be honest. Oba needs to be given a chance to flop or prove himself. If he does well, we get some money back. What is the downside for letting Oba to play? Look, it's an agenda now. It really is. Not letting Oba play is an absolute agenda. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll wrap things up. Great having you guys back. Great to be here doing a live stream with you guys after a couple of days off. Best believe live streams will be back on a regular basis again. And look out for the video later on tonight, UK time, hopefully before the match starts with Man United versus Barcelona. That's going to be a cracking match. I'm going to watch that. And I've got a lot more to say about all these latest tweets that's dropping. So we'll talk about that. I'm pretty sure there'll be more news that's going to be buzzing. Look, of course, all is not well internally. Of course, all is not well. And obviously, we look forward to the Spurs game. So, until next time, everyone, take care and see ya. And make sure you smash the like button before you go and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Until next time, take care. See ya.